Hey, what's up, you guys? Oh my goodness, it's kind of rainy and chilly here in the UK, so it kind of feels good to have a sweater on. Not gonna lie, my space heater's rolling. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, right? We have had a power-packed week with some mini trainings. So I want to welcome you back to the final episode of the Cashflow Codes mini series. This has been such a powerful series. If you've been tuning in live, right, for the last 4 days, we started on, Monday, and we started Tuesday and we went till Friday. I took a mid Saturday break, and here I am back with you guys today. But yeah, if you're live watching this right now, just say, hey, Carissa, let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching this on a replay, just put like replay down below, or tell me what the weather is like in your part of the world. Like I said, it's UK here, so it's a little rainy, a little gray. I had a most beautiful spa day today. I'm getting ready to head out to Phoenix, Phoenix, Arizona, and then on to Punta Cana this next week. On Wednesday, I leave. And so anytime before I have a major keynote talk or some massive expansion experience that I'm creating, I like to do a little downtime for Carissa time. So my husband's off getting a tattoo. I was like, I'm going to go and have a complete spa day. Guys, something I've never, ever, ever done. Like 7.5 hours of spa day is like, I had like a Japanese head scalp massage. It was like 50 minutes. I was like, really? You're going to like work on my scalp for like 50? He's like, oh yeah. I had a full body Swedish massage. I got sauna time. I got pool time. I got to lay on these beautiful mosaic heated lounge chairs, and it was just so amazing. I had lunch. I had a beautiful salad, and I'm back. And so yeah, I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. So this is wake up call number 4, right? And it's about something that every 6 and 7 figure earner must master if he or she wants to build their business without burnout, without chaos, and without consistently feeling like you're behind. Okay, so today's mini training, we're going to be talking about how to direct your time with a method that I call the D.R.I.V.E method, D.R.I.V.E. Because here's the truth, you guys. If you don't master your time, you will never master sales. You will probably never master business. And I bet if you have not mastered time, your life could sometimes feel like a shit show, right? You're constantly putting out fires, chasing your tail, feeling like there's never enough time. And that space, that energetic space, is no bueno when it comes to business and when it comes to health and life and all of the things, right? Because you guys, reality is like, if you don't master sales, you're never going to master cash flow. Everyone wants to create consistent 10, 15, 20K months, but that requires sales calls, and sales calls require you to master your damn time. All right. Okay. So I want to tell you a little backstory here about how I learned to master my time and when I learned how to master time. So back when I was in corporate, yes, I was in corporate in between my entrepreneurial sandwich. For those of you who don't know, back when I was 26 years old, I started my own retail shop in Bellevue, Nebraska. It was called Suit Up, Tuxedos, Florals, and More. It was my baby, right? Go back and watch. I can't remember, one of my mini trainings, I talk about this story, and this is really how my entrepreneurial journey started. Well, in between that little baby business that I created, that I eventually sold for 3 times the profit, I had an 8-year span in corporate. I was marketing. I was a marketing director, head of sales, and eventually I not only did those 2 roles, but I also took on the HR position. The boss came to me and he said, Carissa, I want to restructure some things. We need some things in place. And I was like, that's kind of an HR thing. That's not a marketing thing. That's definitely not a sales thing. It's not a business development thing. And he's like, well, I know you can do it, so I'm asking if you want to do it. So of course I went and did some research, and I was like, yeah, why not? If you double my salary, I will take on this extra role, because I knew I could handle it. Like, part of me kind of like geeked out over it, because as much as I'm a very creative, visionary, high ticket salesperson, I absolutely love processes, systems, step by step, check every, T and dot every I, right? Like, so that analytical side of my brain, it was like, ooh, what does this sound like? So, yeah, anyways, back when I was in corporate, I was wearing 3 hats, right? Marketing, sales, and HR. 3 jobs, 2 paychecks. And on top of that, I was a military spouse, right? So sometimes that meant military, hello, means your man is gone and you got to take care of all the kids, all the animals, all of the things, right? So he'd be gone for 6 or 7 months at a time. And I had to wear both mom and dad hat. I was a mom, right? I have 2 beautiful, amazing kids who are definitely grown now. My daughter's a freshman at UNL, and my son is living in Bellevue with my grandbaby and his girlfriend, and just like literally could not ask for better kids. I'm so freaking proud of them. But yeah, there I was, right? Wearing all the freaking hats. And I was going to school full time for coaching so that I could step into a career that I felt that I wanted at some point in time. So listen, as you can imagine, if you're like, what, how did you even manage? That's where I had to learn how to juggle all of the plates, all of the spinning plates, right? Without burning myself out completely. I was still on this amazing health journey, losing that weight. I volunteered at the gym. I went to the gym twice a day sometimes. So I knew what it was. I knew that the hustle that was required for all of that. And I also knew that I was going to have to learn how to master my time. Okay. There was 0 time wasted, no room for distractions, and definitely no room for procrastination. Okay. So I learned how to direct my time. I learned how to refine my focus. I learned how to plan intentionally. I valued each moment that I had, and I elevated my efficiency. And that is how the D.R.I.V.E method was born. Okay. So here's the thing. When a woman or a man learns how to master their mindset and their time and the business strategies, woo, baby, you become absolutely freaking unstoppable. I mean, think about it. You have the strategy that your coach gave you. Now you've mastered the internal game, right? This whole last week, we talked about mastering the internal game. I mean, think about it. Day 1 was all about becoming a powerful decision maker, making aligned decisions, not decisions based out of fear, because a lot of people make decisions out of fear, or they stay stuck in this realm of stuckness and procrastination. They don't make a damn decision at all, wasting so much time, right? Training number 2, wake up call number 2 was that I had to create the daily disciplines in order to get it all done. The daily disciplines, guys, were those micro habits, right? It was taking care of me. It was taking care of my love life. It was taking care of my career, my business, right? I had to figure out what are the things that I actually need to do every day to get me to the results and the goals that I want to achieve, right? That's simple. It's simple, right? Like if I want to make $100,000 in my company, what do I got to do every month, every week, every day, every hour? Boom, right? Same thing. If you're trying to lose weight, what do you got to do every month, every week, every day, and every hour? So reaching your goals is very, very simple, right? When you strategically break it down. But then Mike, wake up call number 3 really talked about creating a mindset of determination, right? Because we know what we want, but quite honestly, it's that internal game that keeps us stuck. It's the little voice inside of our head. It's the fact that we don't have the drive and determination to get shit done, even when things get messy. Okay. So we've been talking about the internal game throughout this entire mini series. Determination, discipline, decisions, right? So of course, today is all about the D.R.I.V.E method, okay? Because you've got to learn how to take those strategies and be able to actually do them. That's with the inner game. But then you've got to learn how to master your time. Okay. And when you do, you guys, you will see so much movement in your businesses. It's not even funny. Like I said, what I achieve in a week's time is what the average entrepreneur probably achieves in, 3 to 4 months. Okay. Like laser focus, right? Laser focus, guys. All right. So I'm curious, when is the point have you ever, Dr. Tammy says, master your time 100%. Have you ever caught yourself thinking you wish you had more time, or you wish you knew what to do with your time. Have you ever caught yourself thinking that? Or have you ever, I know this is true for almost probably every single one of us, I don't have enough time. Have you ever used that excuse? And it may have been valid. I'm not saying not all excuses are not valid, guys. I'm just saying, like, it is in fact an excuse, because people all the time, people who have learned how to master their time, they don't actually say those things anymore, right? I don't say, oh, I just don't have enough time for that. And that is a mindset, okay? That is a mindset all on its own. Okay, so today we're talking about how to master our time. Right? So it really does come down to what I call the D.R.I.V.E method. This is one of the things that we teach inside the $1 Million Sales Matrix. It is it's pillar number 5. On day 1, I explained the $1 Million Matrix, right? And the 5th pillar is, honestly, it's called GSD protocols. Get shit done protocols. It's all around the protocols, the systems, and mastering your time. Okay. So the D.R.I.V.E method really does come down to simplicity, right? So we're going to dive into the D.R.I.V.E method today, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what that stands for. All right. So obviously, if you're taking notes, or if you're writing this down, or if you're driving this, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? D stands for direct your time. You've got to direct your time. R stands for refine your focus. I stands for intentional planning. V stands for value each moment, and E stands for elevate your efficiency. Yes, I dropped those in a little earlier if you caught them. So now I want to break them down, because each one is a wake-up call all in itself, you guys. Okay. All right. Letter D, direct your time. Directing your time means you decide where your energy goes before the day decides for you. Right? Quite often, so many women look back after 7 hours and they're like, I felt so busy, but I honestly didn't complete anything. I didn't really do anything. I didn't make a sale. I didn't make conversations. I didn't move leads from cold to warm. Like, what did I really do? Right? And too many women wake up, open their phones, scroll their feeds, and suddenly the day is gone. That is not directing your time. That is reacting. Okay. So when you direct your time, what you're doing is you're saying, here are my priorities. Here's where my energy goes. And here's what I refuse to get distracted by. It's not about doing more, you guys. I'm going to repeat that, because a lot of people think that in order to grow past 100K, 200K, 300K, that it's about doing more. And in fact, I feel like I learned about 150K, maybe 200,000 into my business. I learned that less was actually more, right? At first, I was throwing spaghetti at the wall. I was hustling. I was grinding it out. There would have never been a day that I freaking took off to go spend 7 to 8 hours at a spa. I'd be like, I don't have enough time, right? There was a point in time where I said that shit, guys, and it's just not true. So you've got to learn to do less. A lot of you have probably heard you've got to slow down to speed up. Slowing down is getting very crystal clear on the things you need to be doing. Okay. All right. That's what D stands for. R stands for refine your focus. Refining your focus is about getting crystal clear on what actually moves the needle forward. There's a million things you could do in business to get to $1 million. You could tweak your website. You could design another freebie. You could rebrand your Instagram feed. You could scroll for inspiration, right? But do those things bring in clients and cash right away? No. So the woman who scales to 6 figures and beyond focuses. She freaking knows that she has to focus on 3 to 4 core things and go all in on them, right? All in mentality. It's a code that I live by. I told you that, right? So I don't need to be doing everything every day. I just need to be doing the 3 to 4 things that actually drives the needle forward. Everything else, guys, is just noise. It's just things that are keeping you busy, but not really getting you sales. Okay. So you've got to refine your focus. It's about cutting out the clutter and choosing the needle movers. Is this making sense, you guys? Let me know, comment in the chat if this is making sense. And if you're like, oh my God, she knows me. I waste so much time doing all the things that don't really produce a sale. If that's you, let me know, right? You're not alone, you guys. You're not alone. I would say What I have mastered, only about 10% of people have actually mastered. So you're definitely not alone, but it is a skill, like confidence, resiliency, growing, sales. These are all skill sets. And if they're skill sets, it means you can learn them. Okay, on to the letter I. I stands for intentional planning, right? Planning with intention is what keeps you out of the hustle and grind. You don't need to be glued to your laptop for 10 hours a day. You need to know what your non-negotiables are. Block time for them and then protect those spaces like a damn CEO. Okay. Intentional planning is about knowing when to rest, right? I don't plan my business around exhaustion. I plan it around alignment. That's how you keep the momentum going without burning out. You guys, if you're working 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, if you're working into the night and then saying you work better at night, I actually would call like bullshit. Like if you're an entrepreneur that works from 8 to midnight, like really, what are you getting done? And really, like you had better be, I don't even know. Like I don't even know a lot of millionaires who work that long hours anymore, right? Like even my coach, she takes a full week off every month. She calls it CEO week, and she's not doing jack shit, right? She's not answering my boxers. She's not on Facebook. She ain't on LinkedIn. She's definitely not coaching clients, right? So like less is more, but more importantly, guys, I got to go back to the word intentional. Right? You can know what you need to do in the time block, but like, do you really know? Do you definitely have like a checklist? I wish I could share my screen with you and show you. Maybe I can. I want to just share my screen. Maybe. Let me see. Hold. Oh, snap. Let's see if I can do it on the fly. I got to open all my settings. Okay. Maybe not. Hold on. Hold please. I'm going to try because I want you guys to see how intentional I plan my day, right? I have to quit. Okay, never mind. Okay. All right, you guys, you have to freaking know how, like what it is that you're doing during your time blocks. What I wanted to show you, maybe I'll take a screenshot and then like throw it in the chat. If you want a screenshot, say screenshot and I'll let you know. And I'm actually going to be talking about this particularly when I'm in Phoenix in a couple of days. Because one of the biggest problems when it comes to sales is people don't know what the hell to do to drive activity, right? To drive conversations. And so I'm going to be breaking down one of my power hours called the Make It Rain Cash Money Time. It's a 90-minute time block that has anywhere from 15 to 30 like things that I could do that actually drive sales. Guys, every day should be leading to sales at the end of the week. Okay. And that's just one of my time blocks. I wish I could show you my calendar. I like actually kind of geek out about it, but within each block is like the actual checklist of things I got to do. Because, like, hello, I'm a human, right? Like I, of course, get distracted every now and then, or I'm very, very creative. I'm a big visionary. So sometimes I can get like lost in like, I could create all this, blah, 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 right? But then I always have to go back to like, Krista, what are you supposed to be doing right now, right? So intentional planning. You guys got to know what you need to be doing in those time blocks so that you're not like, I know I'm supposed to be working on sales today, but like, what am I supposed to be doing? I have brain fog, right? You got to know what the hell you're doing during those time blocks. Okay. V is value each moment. So this one is really important to me. And you guys, you need to value your time, right? So when I was in corporate, in school, and raising a family, I didn't have endless amount of time. I had to make every single hour count. Now, as entrepreneurs, we trick ourselves into thinking we have all day. And that's why the day slips away, right? Oh, I'll do that after lunch, or I'll do that after I lay down for a little bit, or I'll do that after I go to the gym. No, girl, no. I mean, if you're like me, you probably go to the gym in the morning anyways. Like there is no question about it. I start my day at 4 a.m. I go to the gym, knock that shit out of the way. And then if I have time at the end of the day, right, if I want to make that time, if I want to create that time, I will go to the gym for the second half if I want to, guys. But quite honestly, the gym is my therapy. Sometimes I go to the gym just to like work off the steam or like work off all of the shit that I've been doing all day. Plus I get really great ideas when I'm at the gym. I can't imagine my life without it, guys. It not only saved my life physically by helping me lose weight, but like it now helps me keep my sanity and it helps me become a better CEO. So if you're not freaking moving your body every day, you're missing out. Okay, I know. Okay, we're getting back to it. Okay, so your time is very precious, right? When I lost my mom 12 years ago, I realized that she lost out on so many moments because she didn't like maximize her time, right? So I don't have a lot of memories other than my mom working. And yes, I was in her shop quite a bit, you guys, but like I don't have a lot of memories with her doing anything else because she was a slave to her work, right? And yes, she loved it, but I guarantee that when she was at her final hours, I bet if I was there, I would have said, Mom, what do you wish you had more time for? And I bet she would have said, spending more time with you kids, right? So like you got to cherish your time, quit freaking dilly-dallying around, quit dabbling with everything and start doing the actual things that you need to be doing and then value that time, right? If you're a mom like me, if you're a wife, right? Like my kids don't need all the time in the world. They need specific time, right? They need maybe an hour a day that's dedicated to them. They don't need mom, doing everything for them. They really don't, guys. Like my kids are so damn independent right now. And I think it's because, yes, I worked, but yes, I made them, even though I could have cooked dinner for them several times. So I was like, hey, how about you cook dinner, right? Like, how about I cook dinner with you so that you're independent, right? So when you're out with your husband, right? Like, why are you on your phone checking your email? I didn't even take my phone to the spa. If you can imagine that, 7.5 hours without a phone. I needed to unplug. Okay. The whole idea of a spa day was to unplug, to prepare and get my mind right for all the travel I'm about to do. Right. So why the hell would I take my phone? Of course I would have been tempted. Okay, sometimes you got to get rid of the distractions, guys. All right, last one is elevate your efficiency. So finally, we get to the last piece of the puzzle, and it really comes down to efficiency, guys. Efficiency doesn't mean working faster. It means working smarter. It means building systems, automations, and routines so that the important things get done without draining your energy, right? So when you evaluate your efficiency, you're not just doing more. You're doing the right things better. Okay. So here's the secret. Efficiency is a money maker because when you're efficient, you can handle more clients, more opportunities, and more cash flow without adding more hours to the week. Okay. So I'm curious, which part of the D.R.I.V.E method do you need to master right now? Direct, refine, intentional planning, value, or evaluating, or elevating? Right? Drop in the comments. I'd love to see what's coming up for you. What do you need to work on more? Okay. So no matter what you create, you guys, whether it's a 10K month, a 100K week, or a 7-figure empire, strategy alone isn't enough. You must master the quantum energetics, powerful decisions, disciplines, determination, and directing your time, because mindset and identity and energy are everything. They're the domino effect that makes all of these strategies finally work. Okay. Now, tomorrow. So speaking of strategy, I get it. Some of you do need the strategy. You're like, Carissa, but like, how did you physically go from broke ass in a basement, broke ass coach, divorced, hitting rock bottom, nothing, wasn't closing sales as often as I am now. Like, how did you go from basement broke down to like 7-figure entrepreneur? How did you do it? So it's like, I get it. Some of you need the strategy, even though the mindset strategy is probably like the biggest key to my success. But yes, you need to know how to build your online business. Okay. So tomorrow, that's exactly what I'm going to dive into. I'm hosting a private Zoom session called the CEO Sales Secrets. Ask Carissa anything. This is going to be a 45 to 60 minute behind the scenes masterclass where I'm going to walk you through the 5 pillars that every entrepreneur needs to break 6 figures, the 3 biggest sales problems that I see in today's market, and the exact power moves on how to fix them. Plus, you're going to be able to ask me any questions around business. All right. So guys, this is not streamed publicly. I'm not going to go live with it. It's only for women who RSVP. So I'm going to drop the links in the comments. Everyone who RSVPs will get a private Zoom link for tomorrow. Okay. And that will be in the DMs. So if you've loved this little mini series and you actually want the strategies that helped me get to consistent, 30, 40, 100K months, you don't want to miss this. All right. And finally, guys, if you are ready to scale beyond 6 figures with consistency, confidence, and cash flow, I want to encourage you to book a 15-minute audit call with me. I'm going to show you exactly where you're leaving at least $100,000 of cash on the table in your business. And more importantly, how to turn it into reliable, repeatable cash flow. Okay, I'm going to drop that link in the comments as well. It's going to say Clarity Call. All right, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me today for Cashflow Codes mini series. You've got the mindset, you've got the wake up calls, and now it's time to go claim the cash flow. I hope to see you tomorrow at our private webinar masterclass that I'm going to be hosting. Ask Carissa Anything. So I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.